Give us a joke.
One Blue Wall is a literary and art magazine based out of Manual, and we usually do 4 to 5 events throughout the year. So these usually consist of things like open mics, poetry slams, different things like that. So usually our open mics have food, games, usually quiet things, and people get up and read while we have little activities for people to do. And I think it went really well, and there were a lot of people who got up and read.
My name is Paige, and I am reading a piece called Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, I saw an eye, saw a seesaw. Then the eye I saw the saw and seesaw, saw an eye. Later the eye and seesaw sunk into the sea. You see, off in the sea, the eye saw the same seesaw and saw an eye. The eye saw stole the saw. The eye started to saw the saw and seesaw. The eye and I saw eye to eye. The eye the eye saw was the eye the saw and the seesaw saw it. Suddenly, the eye saw a seesaw escape. The sawed eye saw the eye and seesaw sail into the sea.
So we really wanted to make sure that our events are accessible to both Manual and people that have cars, don't have cars, etc. So we usually end up doing them at different venues outside of Manual. So we really wanted to make sure that people were able to come. So we ended up doing our latest open mic event in the cafeteria at Manual. So this made for a lot more people to be able to come and to participate that wouldn't be able to go to somewhere out in the community.
There is a parasite within my brain and a slave within my body. For my thought has become the stream the soul is but to float in. My thought, the string the soul dangles from. And as the meditations within my brain waver between horizon to forefront, wandering between meter and mile, I am lost. Or rather, the stardust within my veins are wretched of its glow, leaving nothing but the resemblance of petunia's powder. I have come to realize that sight is the manifestation of thought, and thought, the manifestation of life. However, no amount of thinking will ever make you alive. The ideal state is but a man devoid of thinking, free from the mental restrictions put upon his wrist by the will of his own parasitic sickness. The ideal man is the one free of thought, with hollow skull and velvet waters free to flow within corpus callosum, with wings attached to hearts and souls like elevators for fluid emotion, barren of bonds upon barrens of birth, turned to slave through alphanumeric codes injected into peristeums with vein. For it is not the stream within your mind that determines your existence, but rather its rapids. For the rapid is rough, coarse, gentle, kind, tenacious, ambitious, and as vast as the sea of stardust beyond our skies. To fluctuate is to hold the shreds of sentiments within your hand and declare that I am human. I am alive. I feel, therefore I am.
I think that open mics are really just interesting for people to be able to share their writing, because that's one of One Blue Wall's main goals. And as editor-in-chief, I really wanted to make sure that our impact is not on just our staffers, but on our school as well. So we actually had somebody come and sing. We had a couple people who didn't really know what One Blue Wall was, just stop in and see what was going on. So it was really interesting just to see, honestly, the difference between having events outside of school, out in the community, rather than the one we had at school. So yeah, so it was really cool just to see different people come together, and people that wouldn't normally be able to come to our open mics have the opportunity to share their work. Thank you guys so much for coming. We'll likely have another open mic opportunity at some point, so just follow our Instagram. Stay tuned with us. Thank you to my EB, thank you to my staffers who came.